Why don't you talk to us about some like the, what are some of kind of like the typical mindset flaws that you see for, folks that come to you?
Yeah, this is an area I'm really passionate about. Just understanding how all of our collectives' minds work as investors and our behavioral biases. I'd say one big one is around how investors typically react to and protect against uncertainty. Uncertainty is obviously it's ever present, right? And all things being equal, you want to protect against uncertain environments. And typically how our industry does that is it's through a sense of control through forecasting and predictions. I mean, I'm just looking right now. We're here at the end of the year when we're recording this, and I'm seeing right now so many 2025 predictions come across my desk. And a frustration of mine is that our industry really promotes this sense of how we add value is as experts who can have a crystal ball and can out forecast or out predict the average investor. The reality is, and studies time and time again have shown this, I mean, even the best of the best, it's not much better than a coin flip. Forecasting is a very, very challenging and difficult endeavor. Yet our industry really promotes this because the end investor, they get comfort in knowing that if they hand their money over to someone who has that crystal ball, if you will, there's a sense of control that uncertainty isn't so unsettling, that there is maybe actually some certainty to what the future holds that you as investor, Joe Schmo might not otherwise have. And I think that gives investors, again, a real false sense of confidence in a world that's inherently uncertain. So what we do as a firm, instead of spending all of our time on forecasting and trying to figure out the exact next trend in the market or interest rates or inflationary data, you name it, instead what we do is we spend our time looking for uncorrelated investments. We lean into the uncertainty. Instead of trying to outsmart the uncertainty, we lean into it, acknowledge that the world is uncertain. And as a result, we look for investments that will behave differently no matter what economic scenario unfolds. One analogy I've used in the past is the investment world is a lot like the ocean, right? The waves are volatile, they're unpredictable by their very nature. And I think the way most investors try to outsmart that volatile or uncertain environment is they try to, again, hone their skills about predicting the market. It's like surfing. They try to hone their surfing skills, right? They'll try to hone the perfect way to time a wave, getting on or off the wave. It's like buying or selling a stock at the right time. Oh, or let's say the waves get too big. What do? They pick up their board and they go to shore. That's like going to cash or going into bonds, right? It's sort of an all or nothing, perfect timing or not timing type of scenario. Instead, what is our approach? We take the surfboard and we put it off to the side. That's for fun and speculation. That's not for long-term investing. And instead, what do? Is we build a bigger boat. We try to build a big boat with a reinforced hull and ideally sides of the ship that are bigger than the waves itself, so that no matter what the size or outcome of those waves, we're just going to be in the water. That's the key, right? Staying in the water, compounding returns. We all know that. I think, was it Einstein, like the greatest still wonder of the world, one of the eighth greatest wonder of the world is compounding interest or something along those lines.
Right.
But it's the ability to stay in the water, stay invested, and compound returns over time. And so again, so much of our focus is not to outsmart the waves, but to stay in the water and build a resilient portfolio where you're just going to continue to compound over time.